Welcome here. Thanksgiving already next week. Can't believe it's going to be here before we know it. And for those of you that are still planning your dinner menu, well, here's a little lesson for finding that perfect wine. Welcome, Lisa Locklear from Filia Cellars in Wadsworth. It's so good to have you back,
Thank
Lisa.
you, Natalie.
Well, I shouldn't say have you back because we went to your location in Wadsworth. Had a blast there. I recommend going. It is this quaint little old home that you've transformed. When was that built again?
The Victorian house was built in 1864, and good news is, since you guys have been there, we've actually done some construction and we're building a new venue, so we'll be actually able to host some larger events, so we're looking forward to that. But the Victorian was built in 1864, so that's before the Civil War, so it definitely has some old historic charm.
It truly does, and then it comes with their wine. And I know you brought a couple of wines today.
Yeah.
And we're talking about Thanksgiving and pairing, but it's not just about maybe necessarily pairing with a turkey all the time.
Right. So side dishes have become more and more popular and more of the show. So there's not any really hard and fast rules anymore for picking wines. So we're just trying to give people a little bit of guidance. A lot of times people will go for turkey. They'll do Pinot Noir or a Riesling and kind of just do one wine. So my suggestion is to kind of split it up a little bit and maybe offer a few different wines and things that people like. So what do your guests like? And do they like dry? Do they like sweet? Do they like, you know, red or white? So usually it's your guests that you want to consider as well.
Keeping that in mind.
Yes.
So this is a white that we have here.
This is a very popular wine with turkey, and it is a Gewurztraminer. And to make it easy for our guests, we actually called it Girls Are Meaner.
I was going to say, is there a nickname for that one maybe that we could? So is that a particular kind of grape then?
Yeah, so Gewurztraminer is a white grape, and my husband and I, we have 3 daughters. Filia actually means daughter in Latin. So we have 3 daughters, so we can say Girls Are Meaner. 3 teenagers. Our oldest is 28.
You know what that's all about.
I know, right?
It smells delicious.
Great. So Gewurztraminer always has a very florally aroma to it, and it has some nice fruit. It has some bright acidity, and it's a lighter style wine, so it usually appeals to a lot of people. And at our winery, we really try to have something for everyone. So whether it's a big, deep red or a sweeter white, you know, we try to have something for everyone.
I feel like that is a great mix. It's not too dry and it's not too sweet either.
Right.
So I could see how they'll be appealing to the majority of people.
Right, and it goes well with pumpkin pie too. So that's always good.
Keep that in mind. Wine for dessert as well.
Yes, exactly. And so also, you know, a lot of people like big dry reds, and so they kind of try to shy away from them at Thanksgiving, but they don't need to. And so another one that we recommend is, you know, maybe a Rhone blend, something with a little bit of spice to it. This is 100% Petite Syrah, and then we also have the Zinfandel. So let's start with this one and see what you think. This is great with sweet potatoes.
When I was there, I grabbed your Zinfandel. I had just Zinfandel, the thought of it had always turned me off. I'm not sure why, because I've always thought of the lighter Zinfandels.
Right.
And I'm not as big of a fan. But when I tried a red Zinfandel, I was blown away.
Yes. A lot of times people get confused between white Zin and red Zins. So this Zinfandel has 1% of residual sugar, so it lends itself to a jammy finish, and it goes great with sweet potatoes, and it goes fantastic with chocolate and all sorts of, you know, lovely, rich and sweeter dishes. So,
well, now this is a woman who really, she's not just doing this for fun. She knows her wine. This is type of business has been in your family for how long?
Well, my family started growing grapes in Westlake, Ohio in 1902. Most of those grapes were sold to Welch's for juice and jelly, but my dad moved us out to California in 1980. So he's been out there, and I'm 4th generation, so I'm super excited. I'm really passionate about this, and we try to take time to make sure that we find something that everybody likes.
So she has a variety of wine that you can pick up at her location, but I want to quickly mention, there's 2 bottles on the very end here, Phil. These are her dad's bottles. Now you can grab those anywhere.
Yeah, you can order those from any of your wine shops. A lot of your wine shops will have the Gregory Graham selections already. This is the Crimson Hill Vineyard. So all of our dry reds that we have at Filia Cellars actually come from the Crimson Hill Vineyard. And everything else we do is local in Ohio. So if you like the big dry reds, we have them at Filia. These are different wines that my dad makes under the Gregory Graham label, and you can get those too. And so we have the Cinder Cone, which is a blend, and the Syrah, and there's just some great big reds that are fantastic with Thanksgiving.
Go and check out their place though. Again, it's Filia's, and it is down in Wadsworth.
Yep.
Make a day of it. I'm telling you, and I'm sure for the holidays it's so cute down there at your
We're
location.
open
So go
Thursday,
see them.
Friday, Saturday, so stop on out and see us. You can bring your own picnic in anytime.
These are very good. I'm telling both of those. Keep that in mind.